Namaste. Welcome to another video where we're going to focus on movement in the spine and freedom in the spine. There is a saying in yoga, you are as young as the flexibility of the movement in your spine. So in a way, everything connects to our spine, and we believe if we look after our spine or our back, we will have hopefully a long and healthy life. So today in the session, I want to focus on the mobility and the movement and the freedom in our vertebrae, in our spine. And as you know, the lower back and the upper part of the back, so the cervical and the lumbar spine, are the most flexible. And therefore, a majority of the people would experience most of the problems in the upper or lower back. And very often we create the tension and stiffness and immobility in the middle part of the back, which can also affect our breathing, and therefore it affects our moods, and it just connects with more tension and stress in our physical body, but also emotional body. So in a practice today, try to stay with the breath and try to focus on creating more space in the spine, space between the hips and shoulders, space between each vertebra, and just allowing the freedom of the movement to come naturally. In yoga, we never force anything. There is not a particular destination we need to reach. The body is our best guide, and if we are truly honest with our practice, the body will tell us where we need to stop and where we need to push a little bit deeper in order to enhance either the flexibility or the strength, as long as we're not working from the ego point of view. So take a moment to tune in, find the comfort in your posture. Allow the eyes to settle, or close your eyes if comfortable. And begin to sense the ground beneath you. Connecting with the present moment. This is your time, your space. Begin to sense how your back is feeling. If you're used to sitting down, you may find that this position is quite comfortable. For some backs, this might be challenging, perhaps knees or hips. So make changes as needed to accommodate your body's needs. And then bring the awareness to the breath. Try to take a deeper breath in, longer breath out. And then begin to sense, as you breathe in, notice the movement in your body. And as you breathe out, connect with a different movement. On the in-breath, you may feel the chest expanding. You may feel the spine extending. And on the out-breath, you may feel that the shoulders are releasing, the back muscles are relaxing. And on the next in-breath, connect with the crown of your head and try to lift through the crown of your head, creating a space between the shoulders and hips. And as you breathe out, relax into that space. Breathing in, lengthening, creating a space in your back. Breathing out, softening and letting go. In the out breath, drop the chin down towards the chest. Bringing the head back to the center. Right ear to the right shoulder. Back to the center. Left ear, left shoulder. Back to the center. And from here, just walk your hands further away and just stretch your back. And then bringing your hands back. Remove the padding if you're using any and coming into all fours. Bringing the knees under the hips, wrists under the shoulders. So we're going to do the opposite arm, opposite leg lift. But first of all, ground yourself through your feet, your shins, your knees, and through your hands. Begin to sense the breath. Bring the awareness to the sacrum and draw the sacrum down, so you're inviting the lower back to lengthen. And then shifting the body weight towards the left knee. And as you breathe in, take the left arm, right leg up. As you breathe out, lower. So as you lift, imagine a stretching through the toes into the hand and lower. Inhaling, lengthening, stretching across and lowering. This time on the in-breath, pause, drop into the hip and the shoulder. Breathe. Draw your chin in. Exhale and bring the palm down, bend into the knee. In breath, lift the knee up, out breath, lower. Lift and lower. Keep your toes pointed up. Twice more, inhaling. So you may feel some contraction in the lower back. And exhale to release. Shift the body weight towards the right knee. As you breathe in, left arm, right leg up, extend. Exhale out. Inhale, stay with that awareness, stretching from the fingers to the toes. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. This time on the in-breath, pause, drop into the shoulder and the hip. And create more space in your back. Exhale, place your palm down, point your toes. Inhale, lift the knee up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And just notice how it feels. And just notice if the movement is same. Just be curious. Once more. And release. Great. So from here, we will use the cat stretch, dropping the belly, lifting the chest, looking up. And on the out breath, we will round our backs and push back into child pose, forehead to the ground if possible. On the in breath, rise up, drop the belly, open the chest, extend the lower back, look up. Exhale, draw the navel in, chin down, push the hips back towards the heels. If you can close your eyes so you can feel the movement in the spine. Noticing where the movement comes naturally and easy. And being aware where you possibly could hold the tension in your body and try to use the breath to let go. One more time. Inhale. Dropping the belly, opening the chest. Rounding the back. And this time pause for 3 breaths. Let the forehead relax. Let the arms relax. Let go. And stretch the hands in front of you. Lower your tummy down. And I'm going to show you so you can see better. On our tummies, we will bring our hands just on top of the shoulder blades and elbows out, and we will push into it. So as you come onto your tummy, separate your feet and bring your hands just under the shoulders. You can't, it's very difficult to bring them directly under the shoulders, so you're going slightly higher. Elbows pointing out. Press the feet and pubis into the ground. As you inhale, press into the hands, rise up. You go as far as your body will let you. Exhale, lower the chest and forehead down. Press the feet and pelvis into the ground. Inhale, rise up. So if you are only here, that's perfectly fine. Don't force it. Exhale, release. You do that twice more. Inhale, rise up. Exhale. Inhale, rise up and hold for 3 breaths. Dropping into the shoulders. The key is to have the balance between the strength and flexibility in every posture we do. Out breath to release. And this time bring your elbows beneath the shoulders and your arms are as wide as your mat. Spread your fingers, spread your feet. Press the hips into the ground, open the chest, soften the shoulders, and feel the stretch in your belly. Feel the stretch in the spine. 3 more breaths. 3 more breaths. Wonderful. From here, hands underneath the shoulders, moving into down dog. Curl your toes under. Pushing back into the down dog. Bend one knee, stretch the opposite leg, and just pedal through. Stretching into the hamstring and sensing how your back is receiving this. So very often we focus on our hamstrings and then we begin to round our back. So just be mindful. And find the stillness with your feet, feet apart. Bend into the knees and push into your hands to stretch the spine. Shoulders away from your ears. You may want to turn your head to side to release. And then if all well, stretch the heels down and lift one leg at a time. Check in that you have nothing behind you. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower. One more. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower. Bringing the body weight towards the right leg. And lifting through the left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Once more. And look between your hands. Either drop both knees, right foot forward, or big step forward with the right. Bringing your hands on your hips and inviting the hips to come forwards, opening the chest. Deep breath in, long breath out. Deep breath in, long breath out. Dropping into the shoulders and lift through the crown of your head, opening up. Then taking the arms behind your back, interlace the fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades. Look up if you can, hips coming forward. Exhale to release. So you can change from kneeling or stepping into down dog to bring the opposite foot forward. Left foot to the top of the mat, shin upright. Dropping the back heel, hands on your hips. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, softening. Find your breath. Letting go. And then interlace the fingers behind your back, or you can fold the arms and hold the opposite elbow if it's easier. Opening up, opening the chest. Look up if you can. Create more space in your back. Exhale, release. Big step or two small steps. Step into the top of the mat, feet apart, keeping the knees bent. Fold into the arms, let go. Releasing crown of your head, back of your neck, your shoulders, the whole of your face. On the out breath, place your hands onto your shin bones, keeping the feet apart. Inhaling, lifting the chest, straight back. Exhale, release, go deep. Inhale, press into the shin bones, straight arms, straight back. Exhale, fold. And do that once more. Inhale, lift. Pause. And from there, walk your hands back. Try not to lock your knees. Lifting all the way up. Taking the shoulders back and down. Standing tall. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Deep breath in. Long breath out. And just begin to sense how your back is feeling. You may need to create more space in the lower back by lifting through the crown of your head and inviting the sacrum to create more space. Shoulders back and down. Taking 3 more deep breaths. And then either lift the gaze or open your eyes and come into the top of the mat if you're not already there. We will come into a warrior one. So take a big step back with the right foot. Checking that your pelvis and chest and feet are facing forward, so the hips are in alignment. Bend into the front knee. Your knee and the foot are in a straight line, and knee and the heel in a straight line. If all well, in breath, take the arms above the head, drop into the shoulders. Look up if you can to enhance the stretch, or you can be looking forwards. Keep bending into the front knee and pressing into the back heel. Breathe. If you wish to take it deeper into back bend, take the right hand behind you onto your thigh and gently extend the back, knowing where to stop. The breath is a good indicator if you're pushing your body too far. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, step to the top of the mat. Release it. Change sides. Left leg back, checking that you are facing the front of your mat. Bend into the knee. Hands on your hips, allowing the body to settle. Inhale, rise up, drop into the shoulders. So you can be looking forwards or up. Just checking how it's affecting your back when you change the gaze. Keep pressing into the back heel and bending the front knee. If you wish to take it deeper, left hand on the back thigh, opening up, softening the top shoulder. Breathe. Keep the back leg straight. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, step to the top of the mat. Hands to the chest. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Deep breath in. Long breath out. And release. You may want to shake it away. So we're going to use the same position with our legs and feet to create more space. So start again at the top of the mat. Step the right leg back, pelvis chest facing forwards. And from here, you're going to keep the knee straight, but don't lock the front knee. And begin to tilt forwards until you create the 90 degrees. And then begin to take the left side of the pelvis back, right side forwards. Draw your chin in and creating a more space between the hips and shoulders. Taking the shoulders and elbows back. Breathe. Taking a couple of breaths here, just creating a space. Exhale, bend the front knee, inhale, rise up. Out breath, step to the top of the mat. Give it a shake. Change sides. Left leg back. Feet hip width. Hands on your hips. Exhale, begin to hinge from the hips. Lifting through the front kneecap. Don't push the knee in, don't lock your knee. Chest opening, elbows, shoulders back. Chin tucked in. As you breathe in, imagine that your shoulders are moving away from the hips. Breathe. Exhale, bend into the knee. Inhale, rise up. Step to the top of the mat and release it. Great. So we're going to use that sense of space, stability in our balancing posture, which is called Warrior 3. Now you can have your hands on the hips. You can take the arms above the head, depending on how you feel today. So start at the middle of your mat. And by the way, you can use the wall if that is easier for you to gain that support. So have your feet apart, and if you're using a wall, find the right distance. Hands on your hips. Bringing the body weight towards the left leg, slide your right foot back. Find your drishti, something to look at so your mind has got things to do. Otherwise you're going to think, oh, I can't do this, I'm not very balanced and all of that. Lift up into the left hip joint. Inhale, rise up. Focusing on your drishti or point and begin to hinge from the hip. You may not come into that 90 degree, but be mindful if the chest is coming forward, the back leg should be up, not down. If you wish, you can extend the arms by your ears and breathe. Looking down at that spot. Softening the front knee. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to the chest. And release. Well done. Give it a shake. Hands on your hips. Shifting the body weight towards the right. Take the left foot back. Sometimes just lifting the back foot off the ground can be enough of the balance. So just be kind to your body. If all well, finding the drishti and begin to hinge. Keeping the front knee bent. My right side is not very balanced today. Keep extending, keep lengthening. You can keep your hands as they are, or you can extend through the arms. Breathe. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to the chest. Deep breath in. Long breath out. And release. Great. So we're going to move down on our mat through down dog. So coming back to the top of your mat. Hands to the chest. Inhale, reach up, arch your back, create the space. Exhale, fold forwards. Bringing the hands by your feet or fold your arms to hold the opposite elbow. Relax the back of your neck. Relax your shoulders.
And bend into the knees so you can bring your palms by your feet. Step the right leg back, left leg back, and push into the hands and balls of your feet. Creating a space in your back. And you may sense the movement as you breathe in, as you breathe out. And you can use the breath to enhance the space and sense of letting go. Exhaling, dropping the knees down, forehead to the ground or padding. Relax the arms and shoulders. And checking in with your back. How is your back feeling in this moment? Is there any particular muscle that you can relax? Perhaps a muscle you need to look after a bit more. And when ready, hands underneath the shoulders and rise up. So we're going to do a bit of shoulders opening because often we hold the tension and the stress in our shoulders, and when we don't address that, the tension tends to travel down our spine and our back muscles, and it will cease somewhere eventually. So if we look after our shoulders, we're partly looking after our back tension as well. So interlace the fingers behind your back, but if you feel very limited, obviously that is an indication that you have quite a lot of stress and tension in the upper body. You may either hold the opposite elbow or hold the belt. If you don't have a belt, you can just hold onto the sock. By the way, if this particular posture is not comfortable, you can have a bolster or cushion between your heels and the buttocks, or you can stretch your legs and do it that way. So interlacing the hands behind your back. As you breathe in, take the arms further away, squeezing the shoulder blades. Lift the chest, look up if you can. And as you lift the chest, create the more space. As you breathe out, release the arms, drop your chin down, round your back. Inhale, lift, open. Creating a space. Exhale, release and let go. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. And this time we will try to hold that opening for 4 breaths. Lift through the arms, chest, face. Draw the shoulders away from your ears. Keep lifting. Wonderful. Exhale to release. Roll your shoulders forwards. Shake it away. And then bring yourself down onto your tummy. Taking the left arm across the chest. Bending into the right knee. Reach back towards the right foot. Keeping the left foot and the hips on the ground. Breathe in. Push the foot into your hand. Your knee, thigh may not lift the ground. Exhale, lower. It doesn't matter if you can't lift the knee and the thigh, but just pushing a foot into your hand, it will contract and work on the glutes and the back muscles and your shoulders. See if you can lift the chest and lower. This time as you come up or contract, see if you can extend the left hand and lift into the ribcage to go deeper into that back bend. Keep pushing the foot into your hand. Breathe. Breathe. Exhale, let go. Take the right arm across the chest, bending into the left knee. Push the foot into your hand. Inhale, lift or contract. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Release. One small lift. And release.
And this time, as you lift or contract, extend the right hand if all well, and bringing yourself into the left, shoulders down. Breathe into the belly. Breathe into the belly. Wonderful. Exhale to let go. And just take a moment, forehead on your arms, drop your heels. And bring the awareness to the sensation of the back. As you relax the belly down, release the lower back. Relax your shoulders. Relax the space between the shoulder blades. And then when you're ready, hands underneath the shoulders and roll over onto your back with your feet flat, coming into semi-supine position. So feet hip width, arms by your sides. Draw your chin in. And this is a good way to check in how the back is feeling. If I overdone my practice, or was I mindful and created more space? As you press into the feet, let the lower back completely release. And from here we will move into a bridge pose. So check that your feet are hip width and heels close to your buttock. As you breathe in, press into the feet, lift the chest, draw your chin in, and move the fingers away from the shoulders, creating a space. And then if you can, direct the awareness of the breath all the way to the belly as the belly rises. And as you breathe out, just relax into it. Keep lifting through the thighs. And then as you breathe in, imagine your knees are moving away from the hips. And you should feel the pull in the spine. And at the same time, let the ribcage rise up. Wonderful. Exhale, release. Hug both knees towards the chest and gently rock to side. And from here, holding onto your right shin, inhale, stretch the left leg up, push the heel away. And here where you're going to really check in with your core muscle and the back muscle, and taking the leg down into the angle that is not going to create the problem. Exhaling, drawing the leg down. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling, drawing the leg down. Inhale, lift up. And you go as far as your body will allow you. Once more, inhale, rise up. Exhaling, lower. As you come up this time, bend into the knee and change over. Hold on to the left shin. In breath, taking the knee up. Pushing the right heel away. Exhale, releasing the leg to the position that is comfortable for your back. In breath, lift. Push the heel away. Out breath, lower. Keep going. Inhaling. Exhaling. Well done. As you lift this time, bend into the knee and gently rock to side. So depending if you have previous yoga experience, you can go into a shoulder stand. I did cover shoulder stand last week.
However, if you are not confident or if you haven't been practicing shoulder stand, bring the padding underneath the hips, bolster, cushion, block, and do a leg raise. And allowing your feet and legs to rest. You can do your feet in a way that it's resting against the wall as well. Or for those who have been practicing shoulder stand, you can go ahead and do a shoulder stand. Creating a stability in the upper body, connecting with the breath. Relaxing the back of your neck, your shoulders, the whole of your breath, the whole of your body, steady and still. Feeling a support either through your hands or the ground or support. On the next out breath, bend into the knees. Round your back down. If you're in the shoulder stand, head comes off. And then gently bringing your feet flat on the floor. If you've got padding under, lift the hips, remove the padding. Hugging the knees towards the chest and rock to side. So from here we will come into a spinal twist, taking the arms out shoulder level. If your back is tender, have your feet on the floor and drop your knees. If all well, lift your feet off the ground, drop the knees to the left, head to the right. With the in-breath, create the space between each shoulder by extending the fingers away. And as you breathe out, relax into the right armpit, right arm, right shoulder. Paying attention to your back and how are your muscles receiving this deep twist. Letting go. On a following in-breath, come back to the center. Feet on the ground, off the ground. Exhale, twist to the right, head to the left, if all well. Creating more space in the upper body and letting go. Letting go of your feet, your knees, softening the belly. Relax your shoulders, left armpit. Letting go. In breath, coming back to the center. Hug your knees towards the chest and gently rock to side. And from there, just place your feet flat on the floor and take a moment with the neutral back. Taking a deeper breath in, longer breath out. And then either coming up sideways or rock yourself up into sitting. Finding a padding to sit on. So ideally you want to have your knees lower than the hips. So obviously apart from increasing the flexibility in the hips, padding the pelvis gives you that comfort. So have as much padding as needed. And today we're going to do
gentle breath practice where we're going to elongate the breath and focus on the breath that moves the body. So maybe we can bring the thumbs and index together and keep the palms facing down. Draw your chin in and bring the attention to your body. Sensing a space between the hips and shoulders. Sensing a space between the knees and the ground. Just noticing. Sensing a space between the center of your forehead, your ajna. And then bringing the attention to the space between the in-breath and the out-breath. And then if you can, try to breathe in on the count of 4 and breathe out on the count of 4. Also known as coherent breathing. Each in-breath allows the spine to extend. Each out-breath, opportunity to let go. If you find yourself that the count 4 is not comfortable, you can move down to count of 3, or you can move up to 5. But stay equal with in-breath, out-breath. And then with your next exhalation, try to add 2 to your out-breath. So 4 and 6 on the out-breath, 5 and 7 on the out-breath. Still noticing the space between the in-breath and the out-breath. And depending on the length of your in-breath, try to match it, out-breath rather. You want to have the in-breath and the out-breath the same length. So if you're working with 4 and 6, try to go inhaling on the 6, exhaling on the 6. Unless you're working with the 7, in on 7, out on 7. If your lung capacity are still with number 3 or 4, stay equal with that number until you are able to enhance and extend. Equal in-breath, equal out-breath. Counting the breath. Two more rounds if you can. And allow the breath to be natural, deep and calm. And directing the awareness to the breath itself as it helps the spine lengthen and release. Gentle lift through the crown of your head. Breathing out, letting go. And if you notice that the movement is dominant in the upper chest or your shoulders, try to lengthen the out breath and direct the breath down towards the lower rib cage or your belly. And this shift of the breath sends the positive messages into the brain and helps to stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system to restore the balance, sense of calm, stability. Sending the breath down. And then just for a moment, allowing the mind to witness the breath, the movement on the in-breath, the movement on the out-breath. There is no other desire, goal, just watching the breath and the movement in the spine and in your body. If any emotions, thoughts of memory arise, recognize them. And as you breathe out, just let them go. Sensing and watching the breath. Bringing the attention to the tip of your nose. Sensing the breath flowing in and out. Exhaling, releasing the chin down towards the chest. Semicircle, bringing the right ear to the right shoulder. Back to the center. Left ear, left shoulder. Back to the center. Once more to each side. And then as you return to the center, lift the shoulders up and release them back and down. And once more, lift them up
And release them down. Wonderful. And from here, you will come into a relaxation position on your back. So making sure you're comfortable, feet apart, arms away from your body. You may want to have a cushion under your head, blanket to cover off. And finding the confident ease. Gently take your head to sides. And as you center your head, draw your chin in. Allow your eyes to rest. Allow the eyelids to be heavy and relaxed. Noticing the amount of space your body is taking on the mat. The contact you have with the mat. Begin to sense the space between your hands and your shoulders. And as you breathe out, let go of your hands, your shoulders. Let go of your arms, completely surrender. Bringing the attention to the space between the heels and your hips. Relax your heels and your hips. Allowing the feet to drop out to the side. Letting go of the calves, knees, and your thighs. Letting go of your feet. Letting go of your hands. Acknowledging the space at the center of your forehead. Creating a space between the upper lip and the lower lip. Relax the jawline, your lips and your mouth. Relax the whole of your face. The whole of your face. Allowing the body to feel heavy and relaxed. Heavy and relaxed. Releasing shoulder blades, back of your neck, space between the shoulder blades, middle part of your back, lower back, your hips, your legs,
heavy and relaxed, heavy and relaxed. Bringing the attention towards the chest, sensing a movement, rising and falling, rising and falling. Noticing the breath in your belly, gentle movement in the belly, breathing in, breathing out, letting go. This is your time, your space. Breathe in, breathe out, letting go. Slowly and gradually connecting with your surrounding, the space around you. Begin to deepen your breathing. Be connecting with the fingers and toes, wrist and ankle. Taking a head to side, back to here and now. Moving your wrist and any joints that you want to release. When you feel ready, stretch the arms above the head. Stretch the left side of the body, right side of the body. Push your heels, point your toes, and then join your palms, warm them up. Either place your hands on the heart or cover your eyes. And take a moment to acknowledge how you feel. And in your own time, open your eyes and see yourself as you wish to be. Hug your knees into the chest and roll over to one side. And take time to come up into sitting whenever you're ready. Even though I may do my own and close the practice, you take your time. However, if you're ready, place your hands on the heart space. Inhale together. Namaste and Shanti. Have a wonderful week. Enjoy and thank you for joining me.